Hello everyone, this is Luke again, and welcome back to the tier lists. So this is the second update to my character tier list since I made the first one way back. That was the first tier list. Then I did it again a little while back, and now I'm doing it once again because season 13 characters have now been introduced. So, as you can see, let's start. And let's get the obvious one out of the way. Zane goes into the Zany baby tier. He always has to be in the Zany baby because he is a baby. Alright, let's now get this show on the road. Um by the way, Zane is Zany babies for Zane. S is for characters I love. A I really like. B I like. C you're cool. And D I don't care for you or I don't like you, pretty much. Kai. I really like Kai. I really don't know why he gets so much shit. Who cares if it's not the hot-headed Kai from the past? Who in the hell cares? I like this cooler, calmer Kai now than the hot-headedness, even though I do think Hands of Time was his best season. But anyways, let's move on. Now we have Jay. Jay is a bit of an interesting. He never really was taken seriously until season 6, and then season 11 happened, which kind of removed it. But season 12 kind of gave that back. So I like him. I like him. Cole, come on, I really love him. He's so down to earth. I could see why he's having a growing fan base, especially after season 13 happened. Um, so yeah. So yeah. Cole, you're so down to earth and I wanna hug you. Lloyd. Eh, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Lloyd though. He's a bit of a weird situation right now for me. A lot of people give him crap for constantly taking the spotlight. But here's the thing. If he doesn't take the spotlight, he's pretty much forgettable. So he gets crapped on for not having the spotlight, and he gets crapped on for having the spotlight. So I don't know. It's just that it seems like the showrunners went too far into Lloyd heaviness, and they've definitely fixed their mistake right now. Okay, so he's a C tier. He's cool. Nia. Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. She does have a kind of a bitchy attitude, though. The way she treated Jay was not right at all, and overall, I just think she's just. I don't know. It's her character that's the problem. Nobody really likes her character, and that's kind of a shame, really. I feel bad for those who have Nia as their favorite character. Oh, wait, what fan base? By the way, that was a joke. I did not. That was not intended to be serious. Master Wu. Okay, I would have put him in S if it wasn't for his "there's something I haven't told you" bit going around. I really hated that bit. It really devalued Master Wu, but season 13 kind of revalued him up. He was originally down here before season 13, now he's up here because of season 13. Garmadon. I mean, the only reason he's still up here is because I don't consider the Emperor Garmadon to be that memorable, and I try to forget that that's his current state right now. I try to remember the Lord and Sensei version of himself and try to forget Emperor Garmadon even exists. All right, so yeah, he's a god tier character. Come on, how can you not love this guy? All right, Misako. You would think that I would put her in D tier because she is a terrible mother and that she needs to die for what she did to Lloyd and stuff like that. She's actually not that bad. Sure, her parenting is questionable, but that's just that. Questionable, not bad. Bad is like straight up abusing your child or straight up killing your child. That's bad parenting right there. So overall, she gets way too much shit on. She gets way too much shit on. Ronan. He I like Ronan. He would have been in really like if season 6 had devalued his season 5 development. Um but he's still a great side character nonetheless. Um but really that season 6 thing, we'll pretend that never happened because did it really? Skylar. This is an unpopular opinion, but I don't care for her. She's a boring character. She only really did something in Hunted. Next, we have Dareth. Dareth is an asshole. I really just stopped caring for Dareth after season 6 because he just became an asshole at that point with his sexist remarks, be such a, piece of shit. He's really a piece of shit at that point. And I just stopped caring for him, especially with his whole brown power thing. No. No. Just no. Faith. Again, another great side character. I like her. It's just Hunted was not that memorable to me, and I almost forgot that she was a character. And I think she's a great side character. It's just Hunted needed to be split into 2 parts in order for it to work better. But that's just me, personally. Mistake, never cared for her. For some reason, she was not relevant at all when she first came out, and now all of a sudden in season 8 she's relevant. What gives? What gives? Clutch powers. Oh, I fucking hate you. You mean I meant fraud powers? Sorry. He is by far the worst character in the show's history, as he's just there for fan service, and it's not even good fan service. It just makes him look like such a dumbass compared to his 2009 counterpart. Akita. I like her. She's another great side character. She had a good connection with Lloyd, even though it had like a weird start. Not gonna lie. It had a very weird start. Cyrus Board. I really like Cyrus Board. Um, he is by far one of the best side characters in the show's history. He's helpful. He does whatever he can to try and help the ninja, and overall, his personality is just super likable. So, and he also created Pixel, who I will put an S tier because she's my girl. She's my girl. Come on, how can I not like this girl? Come on, she got better, especially with her becoming Samurai X 2.0, and it was just good. Her development of Samurai X is so good, and just her with Zane is just it's so pure and wholesome. All right, Echo Zane. He's cool. He's cool. I just never really cared, mostly due to the fact that he was in Skybound. If he was in another season where I actually cared about what happened, I might have cared for him a bit more. But due to the fact that he was in Skybound, and it was at a point where I just lost all hope that Skybound would be any good, I kind of I don't think he's a bad character because he's not in D tier, but he's not memorable to me at all. And yeah, this is coming from me, who is a Zane fan. All right, all right. Dr. Jillian, best dad. You are such the best dad. Yes, some people say, well, he did um he did abandon Echo Zane, but remember this: Echo Zane was never originally supposed to be his child. So that's why on the fan wiki, whenever you look up Zane, under Echo Zane, it says "quote unquote brother," because it's not really an official relationship in my eyes, because the reason Dr. Julian built Echo Zane was to cope with, oh, because Zane, the original Zane, wasn't there. His original son wasn't there. So, in a way, you could say that, but most likely it's not. You could, but I don't think Echo Zane is a son of Dr. Julian. But that's just me. Scotty Boy. If it was due to voice and personality, I would have put him on up here. But due to his arc be due to his arc being so underwhelming, I had to put him in A. I still really like Scott, especially his voice and personality. Great job, Adrian Petriou. So yeah. And I also just love that design, alright? Okino. My friend Sethathalus or something like that made a video compilation of every time Okino was said in Prime Empire. Okino, 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 Okino. But yeah, Okino. How can I not like this guy, man? He had such a wonderful arc in Prime Empire, especially with his little bout against his own creator, Unagami, who I'll get to later. And just he's a great side character with the ninja and all that. Soto. I like Soto. His his debut with the whole pajama man thing was kind of weird, but I grown to accept it over time. And at least he did play a kind of a role in season 6, and for a while it seemed like he turned into a full-on good guy instead of a bad guy. But then season 6 was reversed, so technically that never happened and shit. Well, it happened and it didn't. So a time paradox happens, and now he's back. He was back on the villain side in season 12, basically. Griffin Turner, come on, my boy. You may have a lame ass element, but come on, man. You have the coolest sounding. You sound like an '80s rocker, and I love that. I'm faster than fast, swifter than swift. And I just love those kicking shades, man. I love those kicking shades, and I just love his outfit. I just love everything about him, other than his element. Because by that logic, Sonic the Hedgehog would be an elemental master of speed. The police commissioner. He does have a funny running gag with the whole ship thing. And how is it that you're always working on that ship and never make any progress? Kai 2019. But he is helpful when he tries. But yeah, the police in Ninjago just absolutely suck at their jobs. Maybe they predicted the whole police sucking at their jobs in 2020. Plot twist. Kola from Metalonia. He is cool, but he doesn't really do much. So that's why he is in a tier. Gravis. I didn't care for this guy. He didn't really do much. Other than losing to Griffin Turner. And he only had, like, what? 2 speaking lines? In, like, 1 episode? That was it? Tox, I don't care for you. You just never really did anything until Hunted. Baloba, you weren't really necessary. And you saw Jay naked, so that's an accomplishment right there. Ash, you only had 1 good fight and you never even spoke a line. Jacob, you have a weak ass power and you're just a terrible character outright. Camille, you're completely forgettable and you were just used as cannon fodder for Lloyd. So yeah, I don't care for you. Okay? Shade. I like Shade. Shade's cool. Yeah. Even though he was kind of a bit of a jerk when we first met him, but then and then he realized that the ninja were right and sided with the ninja. And he's such a great fighter as well. He is. Nero. I really like Nero. Griffin Turner may be my favorite elemental master, but Nero is a close second. Just because I loved his little mini arc with the ninja that should have lasted. And I really don't like how in tournament he just all of a sudden turns against the ninja in the ninja roll episode. Um so that was a thing, but okay. And especially if this is a little trivia, but in the I think in the original trailer of this shot that Nero is in, for some reason there was an animation error, and all of a sudden he had white hair. He didn't have that gray space in it. It was just all white hair. I wonder if any of you remember that. Pale Man. Yeah, Pale Man's cool. Yeah. I tend to sneak up on people. I sound like I have a cold. He does sound like he has a cold or something like that. But he's a great fighter as well. But even though his element is kind of not really necessary, Ed, all you had to do was ask. Yeah, I like him. I like him. He's a great dad. He's a great dad. Not gonna lie. And they raised their son very well, even if they were reduced to adoptive parents. And so is Edna. Edna's cool as well. She's the stereotypical embarrassing mother, but that's what makes her so good. She's like Mrs. Benson from iCarly. You remember how she just kept embarrassing Freddie with the whole tick baths and stuff like that. She was super overprotective. This wasn't that bad, but it was still just to the point of embarrassing. Did you make sure to pack your underwear? Yes, Mom! Lou. Lou? I thought he was. I like him. I like him. He was kind of a jerk to Cole at one point, though, in that Royal Blacksmiths episode. He was kind of a jerk, though. And to his own son. I get it that Lily, his wife, who had passed away, kind of got his grief, but still, that's no reason to just simply abandon your child. And yet, people give Misako crap for abandoning her child when Lou did pretty much the same thing. So yeah, Ray. I like Ray. I like Ray. Ray's cool. He just didn't do much. That's why Ray and Maya are in C, because they didn't really do much. They only appeared for one season, and that was it. But rumors have circulated that Maya may come back since Jillian Michaels is coming back to the show. So perhaps for season 14. Lil Nelson, my boy Lil Nelson. How can you not enjoy this little fucker? How can you not enjoy this adorable little bean? I want to hug him so bad. It is I, Python. How can I not love this bastard? How can I not love this guy, man? He's such a conniving villain, and he's one of the few villains that is still alive. How in the fuck have they not killed Python? How have the ninja not killed him is beyond me. Scales. I really like Scales as well. He's funny. He's funny, not gonna lie. Bring the boy! Phantom. Yeah, he's funny. He's funny as well. I like him. He's just not as memorable. It will be our pleasure. I love doing these impressions, man. Scalador, I think is your name. Yeah, you didn't really do much, but I still like you. You didn't do much, but I and Acidicus, of course. Our boy Acidicus has to be an A. It'd be a crime not to. And he's such a great storyteller, by the way. Kozu, he's not that memorable at all. He didn't really do much at all. The Overlord. Why do people give the Overlord crap? Why do people give him so much crap? He's a badass villain. Yeah, sometimes the pure evil villains are the best ones. You may see him as generic villains, but I see him as and they can be generic villains. That's kind of the point. They're supposed to be generic. If you're trying to think that every villain has to be special, that's not that you're not gonna like these villains. But if you think there are some villains that are special and there are some villains who are not, and the ones who are not anything special turn out to be badass, then that's what makes him special for me. That's why I love the Overlord so much. He's a big bad villain and kicks so much ass. And the fact that it took Zane to send him away for now is amazing. Cryptor. I like him. I like Cryptor. Even though he had the stupidest death in Day of the Departed. Falls on his face. Dead. Just what the hell was that? Oh my god. Mindroid. Come on, hit this cute adorable little fucker. I'll call you Mini Droid. Yeah, they come in fun sized, as Jay would say. Chen. I don't care for Chen. He's okay, I guess. I just never really cared for him. Yes, he did cause the entire series to happen, but his personality is not that likable to me. His voice is so annoying. Ugh. Klaus. Please come back to the series, Klaus. Please come back. I really like you. Please come back. You had your chance to come back and be the Skull Sorcerer, but we'll get to him later. Please come back. Please be the vegetable buyer. Just come back in any way, shape, or form, please. We gotta have our comedic duos right here. Kapow and Chop. Moving up the ranks. I love those two guys. Morro. Legendary villain. And I'm actually thinking this may come as a shock to you, but I actually think Morro might actually surpass Garmadon for me. He might, but I have no idea. He might, but I have no idea. I don't know why. I just like Pythor. Morro. I'm liking Morro a lot more nowadays than Garmadon is. But I don't know. Soul Archer. Man, I love this guy. Run away. My arrow will find you anyway. He's such a badass. I love him. Banshee, you're fucking annoying. You're annoying. I hate you. Rafe didn't do shit, so he only appeared for like one episode. Gultar's just a dumbass, really. Nauticon, one of the best villains I've seen in the show. He's so manipulative, so deceiving, and it was nearly impossible to defeat. He was so overpowered, but that's what made him good. Flintlock, I like Flintlock. Flintlock is good, and I loved his mutiny. His mutiny was cool. Clancy, never enjoyed him, and I just hate it when stuttering happens. Even I hate it when I stutter. Stuttering. I mean, there are some people that I'm pretty sure it is a condition where you have a stuttering condition, but I just hate stuttering in general. I just hate it in general. Dog Shake. Why do people give her crap? She's actually pretty good. And she sounds like an Australian to me for some reason. She sounds Australian to me. My hair? What kind of warrior pulls hair? That sounds super Australian to me. Aussie, oi, oi, oi. Doubloon. He's such a badass, I swear. Such a badass. Yeah, I love his two-faced gimmick. I love the silent but deadly characters. I love him. Crux. You're the boomer. You're the boomer older brother. And yet you claim you were born 3 minutes earlier. I mean, yeah, to be fair, he wasn't still in Ninjago while Acronix kept his youth, while Crux didn't. So, yeah, there was that. So yeah, he's cool, but he's just not that memorable. Especially when he has terrible lines such a smart little ninja and it is time to rule. Oh my god. If I ever do a everything wrong with Ninjago and if I ever get to Lost in Time, I will add at least 1,000 cents just for that line alone because it's so bad. It's so incredibly bad. Acronix, my boy Acronix. How can I not love him? Come on, man. He's the cooler older brother. Not older brother, younger brother. Sorry. And overall, he's the muscle of the group. And he's just a badass. His debut was fucking amazing. All right, Makie. I hate you. I hate her. She's such a bitch. Such an annoying little bitch. Blunk is just an idiot. But Ragbunk is surprisingly funny. I really like him. He's surprisingly funny. He's not nowhere near as annoying as Blanc. He's nowhere near as annoying, and somehow whenever he is annoying, he turns it into comedy gold for some reason. Uh-oh. Here we go. The most controversial decision of the video. I don't care for Lame Rumi. I don't care for her. And she has an especially toxic fan base. And she's not that great of a character. And I'll just leave it at that, so just don't kill me, alright? Kilo. He's cool. He's not memorable, but he's cool. Ultraviolet. I hated her. She's such a... At least I accepted her craziness, but because that's part of her character. But there's a difference between being crazy and being annoying. Alright? Fugidove. The only reason I like Fugidove now is because of that fan account of Fugidove. That's literally the only reason why the character is popular now, is because of the fan account. Yeah, there was a fan account that just said, like, oh, I am Fugidove. Don't mess with me and my friends and stuff like that. Yeah. The mechanic. I really liked how he was used in season 12, where he grown from a side villain to, well, he's still a side villain, but a bigger side villain than he ever was. Working with Unagami and just, even though he did run away on his friends like a little pussy, but it still utilized him great. All right, so yeah, Mr. E, you should have been Echo Zane. I really don't like that reason the Hagemans did not go with the idea, because it would interfere with the Lloyd and Harumi story. You could have just explained this for like an episode, or, well, not even that. You could have put it for like 2 minutes of a 22-minute episode and just put it there. You don't have to expand the arc. You don't have to. Just make him Echo Zane. Come on. Why would you go that far with a plan if you weren't going to fully do it? Iron Baron. This one is an interesting case because I do believe he is a good villain. However, sorry. However, I believe he would have been higher, if the first realm storyline was Hunted Part 1. And because it wasn't, I have to put him in C tier. He's cool, and he dies the same way he rose to power. Very, very macabre. Omega. Again, with the overlord type characters, some villains, in my opinion, are made to be generic. They don't always have to be anything special, because if there's too many special villains, then that just makes them not special in my eyes. I'm glad that we have just the pure big bad villains that do that, because we don't really get them that much. And I just love Omega as a character. As a villain, he didn't really do much, but as a character, I really like him, and he's such a badass. Oh yeah, the Omega. Esphira, you're so fucking annoying. Revenge, revenge, revenge! The treacherous deceiver, the treacherous deceiver, the deceiver, the deceiver, the deceiver, the shut up, the shut up, the shut the fuck up. Ugh, you're so annoying. Why won't you shut the fuck up about it? Jesus. Char, he wasn't that memorable. He's better than Asphira, but not much better. Revenge in a Minute was his only thing that made him stand out, and it wasn't even enough. Vex, Sexy Vexy. I would have put him in A for being an asshole, but his arc ending was so incredibly bad that it moved him down. Now it makes him not memorable in my eyes because of how his arc ended. It was such a bad ending because it just literally restarts the same reason Zane got corrupted. It's so, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Oh, Yang. Yang, he's cool. He's cool. I wish they could have done more with him though. Crack, he's cool. He had a pretty cool little side arc with Cole. Um, yeah. Samukai, he wasn't that memorable, but he was the perfect choice for the pilot villain. He was. He just isn't that memorable anymore due to the fact that, he's super weak and he just doesn't really do much anymore. And then we have our boys, Crunch and Knuckle, the original comedy duo. You're not looking hard enough. Ow! You're not looking hard enough. Racer 7. I like Racer 7. She had a pretty good arc with the whole program to lose sort of thing. And she overcame that. And even despite her being in only, 2 episodes, she did great for what she did in those 2 episodes. The Falcon. Come on. Come on. How can I not? It's our adorable little Falcon, man. I miss that thing. That Falcon needs to return, man. I miss it way too much. Okay, and then Kataru. He doesn't do much, but his personality and voice are just incredible that I have to put him in the same spot as his sister. Actually, I think this is a non-popular opinion, but I like Kataru more than Akita, just because I think Kataru is more interesting than her. Unagami. He's by far one of the most interesting villains, and that's what makes me really like him. That, and he is the first person of color to voice a Ninjago character, and the first person of color to voice a Ninjago villain. Dean Redman. That's his voice actor. Yeah, I should have mentioned that at the start. I'm sorry. But yeah, Unagami is really, really interesting, and and the symbolic end to him, with him being a lost child, it's just magnifique. It's magnificent. I just love it. I love that ending. Now we get to season 13, as there were 7 new characters from season 13, starting with Vania. I really like Vania. She actually did wonderful for her season. Even if it means this might be the only time we see her in the show, she did wonderful for what she did. And her bond with Cole is great. And isn't me, but she whenever she has her hair up, she looks like a mother. She looks like a 30-year-old mother, but when she has her hair down, she She looks like an 18-year-old. Is it just me? I think it's just me. The Skull Sorcerer. Yeah, he's fine. He's just super one-dimensional. He doesn't do much as the Skull Sorcerer. I think his true identity is better than the villain as a whole, which is kind of silly. And speaking of him, Vangelis. Why I really like him is because he's an asshole. It's because of how much of an asshole he is. He betrayed the lowly, or Upply, and pretty much wanted to keep his Shintaro place perfection by using Vengestone, and we still don't know who that Vengestone buyer is. So fortunately, I have a customer willing to pay for it. Come on. We need to know who this is. And also, I love Vangelis' design. I'm surprised Hailmar wasn't in here since he was kind of prevalent. And then we have the Elise and Upply. Starting off with my boy Plundar. Where's the fun in that? And look at his sweet hair, though. He got some sweet hair. And he's the only only one at the lowly / Upply that kind of got any character development with the whole dice thing. In I think it was Dungeon Crawl. Dungeon Crawl. Dungeon Party was the anime one, I think. Then we have Kokran from Metalonia. You need to be next to your friend Karloff because that's what I have in my head canon, that they are friends. Fungus, I never really cared for Fungus. I don't know why, I just didn't really care. He just didn't really do anything significant, and he didn't have anything kind of special, whereas Corcoran had this special talking axe, and Plundar just had a magnificent personality. And then last but definitely not least, Lily. She hit it out of the park with her one appearance. Her scene with Cole is one of the saddest scenes in the entire series, but it's also the reason why season 13, why Cole was able to unlock his Spinjitzu burst. I know Cole misses her, and I know that she will be in his heart and in his mind for the rest of his life. And she is a perfect representation of those kids out there, those people who only have single parents, who the other parent is either left because of a divorce, is in prison for a crime they committed, or just straight up dead. And they say Ninjago doesn't do representation. But there we have it. We finally have done it. All these characters, all 100, I think that's over 100 characters of this tier list, as you can see here. Damn. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking on that red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see you folks in the next video. Bye bye!